Jeffrey Perry,
Herschel Perry,
Rosie Perry.
Hello, my name is Catherine Perry, and today I will be talking to you about the issue of medical marijuana in the workplace. It's no question that medical marijuana is a very hot topic nowadays, and it is very controversial in legal situations. This is in part because it is not legal in all 50 states. The medical and recreational use of marijuana is still illegal under federal law, although some states have made it legal. In fact, most have. There is a conflict between state and federal law, which creates a major issue for individuals and especially employers today. That is why I am proposing that employers in all states should be able to restrict the use of medical marijuana within the workplace. There is a lack of serious clinical trials and government insight in medical marijuana. This is in part because it is still illegal under federal law, making it not go through the trials and regulations like a pharmaceutical drug or a prescription. Therefore, doctors are operating quite blindly when they recommend marijuana to a patient and even prescribe it to people. With doctors' limited knowledge about dosage, strains, the level of THC in the plants that patients are taking, it questions the safety of it even being prescribed in the first place. Who should patients get this info from? The producers of the marijuana? The dispensary workers? They can't even get it from their doctors. Marijuana is also still considered a Schedule I drug. A Schedule I drug, according to the CSA, has no medical value and a high potential for abuse. Again, this is why it is still illegal federally. Marijuana also greatly affects workplace safety and productivity. It is difficult to assess marijuana users' levels of impairment, thus creating a major safety issue in the workplace. The only way to detect recent use of marijuana is by oral fluid testing, which is not very popular in today's workforce. Usually you do a pre-employment drug screening with a urine sample. It's hardly ever used orally. THC widely varies, so users rarely know how much they're consuming, which is information we would want to know if these people are coming to work impaired by marijuana. Again, the oral fluid test that they would take if they're suspected to be using marijuana in the workplace would still not detect the level of impairment like a blood alcohol test could for alcohol usage. THC is known to affect depth perception, reaction time, coordination, and many other skills. For someone operating heavy machinery, driving a company vehicle, or delivering products, this could be a deadly situation for not only the employee, but victims on the road. According to a study reported by the National Institute of Drug Abuse, employees who tested positive for marijuana had 55% more accidents, 85% more injuries, and 75% greater absenteeism compared to those who tested negative. Therefore, this is making their workplace a target for lawsuits, employees that aren't showing up for work, and just a great deal of liability as a whole. Therefore, it would be easier for employers to enforce restrictions on medical marijuana than federal or state lawmakers. As previously discussed, the laws are quite conflicting. Most states have even created their own laws that can vary greatly from the federal law. Some state employers are permitted to have policies about drugs and how they enforce them and inform their employees. By informing their employees about these policies, it prevents the employees from saying that the employer is just discriminating or they had a lack of knowledge about the policy. While the federal law doesn't currently provide protection to users who test positive, some state laws take a different tack. Some states prohibit discrimination, while others allow employers to terminate employees immediately. States that prohibit discrimination are ones that recognize under the ADA Act that cancer and certain diseases, medical marijuana actually has been proved to help their symptoms. But again, it's not widely recognized. With the evidence provided, I feel that it is clear that we need structure in the workforce regarding medical marijuana. The conflicting laws have made it quite confusing to obey both the federal and state laws simultaneously. That is why I proposed that employees be able to restrict the use of medical marijuana in the workplace if they so wish. This creates an easier line to follow as not only an employee, but also as an employer. You don't have to worry about your job being taken from you just because you smoke marijuana and it is prescribed to you. You would know before you were even hired on the job if that was something that you might fall victim to. Thank you.